It takes a great deal for players to become legends in a football club, let alone 3. For Xabi Alonso, he's managed to accomplish that, as he's already a Real Madrid, Liverpool and Bayern Munich legend. Fast forward to 2023, and he's now one of the fastest rising coaches in Europe, as he's taken Bayer Leverkusen to heights they've not managed to reach in a long time. Thanks to all the wonderful work he's done with the German side, Real Madrid have taken a keen interest in him and have tipped him to be the man to replace Carlo Ancelotti when he's gone. As you might have already heard, Ancelotti will be stepping down as Real Madrid's head coach once the 2023-24 season comes to a close. Surely, a big name coach like that will certainly leave behind some big shoes to fill. Well, the speculations are true, as it has now been confirmed that the ex-Spanish international will be at the top of Madrid's affairs once the 2024-25 season kicks off. Now the big question on everyone's lips is, why Xabi Alonso? Sure, he was an excellent midfielder back in his days, but what exactly has he done managerially to be awarded the greatest honour as far as club coaching is concerned? Well, since his arrival at Bayer Leverkusen in October 2022, all eyes have been on the Spaniard, as that was the first time in his career he would be coaching a first team. This was also the first time he would be affiliated with the Bundesliga side in any way, as he had never played for them in the past, nor did he pass through their academy. All the same, Leverkusen saw Alonso as the best choice to lead them to new heights. And while the media and football analysts expected him to fail woefully, he did the exact opposite. At the time of Alonso's appointment as head coach, Bayer Leverkusen had just 1 win in their last 8 matches, and they were wallowing in the second to bottom position in the Bundesliga table. However, some brilliant tactical plays by Alonso saw Leverkusen's fortune improve, which helped them to do well in the Europa League and finish 6th place at the end of the 2023 campaign. Not bad for a first-timer, whose biggest job before that time was coaching the amateur Real Sociedad B-side. All the same, he has proven that he has what it takes to keep pushing Leverkusen upwards, and the club itself have rewarded him by extending his contract up until 2026. Leverkusen know they have gold on their hands, as Alonso has taken the team to the very top of the table, even ahead of the almighty Bayern Munich. Speaking of Bayern, the only draw Leverkusen has had this season is with the Bavarians, and going by the way they're beating everyone else, it seems Bayern will have to work extra hard if they're to displace Alonso's team from the number 1 spot. The good news for Leverkusen is Alonso will stay up until the end of the season, at least before departing from Madrid. Unfortunately, there's no way the former Liverpool midfielder is going to turn down this job. It's a dream come true and nothing short of a fairy tale. How else do you explain a coach that has never won anything in his managerial career becoming the boss at the best team in the world? I'm sure Madrid's president Florentino Perez has put all the factors into consideration before making such a big decision. First of all, he understands that Alonso has a champion's mentality, which has been evident throughout his playing days. He won the UEFA Champions League with Liverpool in a hard-fought final against AC Milan, as well as 3 Bundesliga titles within his first 3 seasons with Bayern Munich. He's also a Champions League winner with Real Madrid. That's the sort of winning mentality Real Madrid will need along the line to guide their young generation of stars to future successes. And with Alonso at the helm of things, it seems the boys will be in good hands. Another reason why Alonso's a natural fit for becoming Real Madrid's coach is that he has a strong football background, and I mean family-wise. Now, we know Los Blancos is a club that's built on their long-standing tradition, and I doubt there's anyone out there who can understand what footballing tradition means better than Alonso. Xabi's father, Perico Alonso, is a Spanish La Liga legend, as he won the title on 3 different occasions with Real Sociedad, and once with Barcelona, who just happened to be Real's major rivals in the league. Perico Alonso also played 20 times for the Spanish national team, including at the 1982 World Cup, which Spain hosted. But that's not where the footballing tradition ends in the Alonso family, as Xabi's brother, Mikel Alonso, was also a professional footballer who laced his boots for several clubs, including Bolton Wanderers, Charlton Athletic and Real Sociedad. Xabi has another brother named John, who didn't play professional football, but he did work as a referee for many years before retirement. Real Madrid are well aware of Xabi Alonso's footballing background, and seeing how well it's playing out with Bayer Leverkusen, requesting his services for the 2024-25 season doesn't seem like a bad idea after all. The man has too much knowledge and insight into the game of soccer, and he's not one to shy away from learning more. Madrid found this out the hard way while Alonso was still playing for them. They'd have not so pleasant memories of the Spaniard dumping them for Bayern Munich, who at the time were coached by Pep Guardiola. In his defence, Alonso explained that he was always fascinated by Pep's tactical approach and that he wanted to play under his wing, just so he could learn a thing or two. Well, look how far that singular decision has gotten him. He's played with the best and definitely learned from the best, as it shows in how he manages the boys at Leverkusen today. In a 2019 interview with The Athletic, Alonso said, and I quote, "I was so curious to find out Guardiola's secrets." Now, Real Madrid will be hoping that the secrets stolen from the ex-Barcelona man will be used by Alonso to dominate the La Liga once again and kick Barca out to the curb. How ironic would that be? If that's what happens when Alonso eventually moves to Madrid, then it'll be nothing new to him. Just name a trophy in European and world football that Xabi Alonso hasn't won. I've already talked about his Champions League titles with Liverpool and Real Madrid and his conquest in the German Bundesliga, but what about his 2 European Championship titles with Spain? Oh, and there's a 2010 World Cup win too. Sure, the Spanish side could boast of Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta in the midfield, but trust me when I say both of them combined couldn't boast of the steel Xabi Alonso was made of. He was instrumental in every game he played, and once again, his winning mentality will be a great asset for Madrid when he arrives. Speaking of which, Alonso will be blessed with some of the brightest young talent in the world when he gets to the Madrid capital. He'll have Vinicius Jr., Camavinga, and of course, a certain Jude Bellingham who is on fire right now. In a season's time, you would expect that Bellingham, who many have tipped to be the next best thing in football, would have further developed his game. Now imagine what the Englishman could become if he's taken under Alonso's wings. Even though they are generations apart, you can easily see why Alonso would make the right manager for Bellingham. First of all, they're both midfielders who know how to read and control things in the middle of the park. Secondly, they both have a thing or two for scoring goals, although Alonso's long-range shooting might not be a mainstay in Bellingham's game. But who's to say Xabi won't teach him a thing or two about hitting them from a distance? And knowing Bellingham, he wouldn't mind adding that to his arsenal either. Nonetheless, there's a good chance of an awesome player-coach chemistry between Alonso and Bellingham come 2024, and only the heavens know what such a devastating chemistry could lead to. We'll have to wait and see what happens when the time comes. For now, we can only applaud all the fantastic work Xabi Alonso has been doing with Bayer Leverkusen. The 2023-24 season hasn't even gone halfway, but since the Spaniard knows he'll be leaving at the end of the season, then you can bet your last pair of socks that he'd want nothing more than to finish with a bang. You know what that means, right? You guessed correctly. Toppling Bayern Munich and winning the German Bundesliga. If Xabi Alonso manages to pull this off, then he'd arguably be the greatest coach in Bayer Leverkusen's history. Already, he's tied a club record of 7 straight wins, which was set in 2002 by Klaus Toppmöller. And by the way he's going, who knows what other records he'll set with the club before heading out to face a new challenge at Real Madrid. So guys, how do you think Alonso will perform when he joins Los Blancos in 2024? Spill your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.